What's up, you bundles of sticks? Kind of building off the last video about the whole internet drama between Akaash Singh and his wife Jasleen. I wanted to do this video to help other guys out there understand red flags to avoid in women, using Jasleen as an example. 4 will be pretty obvious to most people. 1 will be a little bit less so and may get some disagreement, but we can argue about it in the comments. So let's just get into it. Obligatory channel plug: like, comment, share, and subscribe, or you're gay. So one red flag I wanted to share, especially with modern women, is a big problem. This one may be unpopular, but it's profanity. Now, if you ever watch any videos with this Jasleen girl, she swears all the time. And it's something you really notice a lot with modern women, either Zoomers and millennial women and below, that they swear a lot. I mean, the F word, everything. I mean, they swear like dudes, and it's just this really gross masculine way of communicating. And I notice a lot with a lot of liberal girl boss types. They tend to swear a lot. I don't know if it's because they've been watching too much Glenn Ross. It's a weird sign of aggression. Basically, the whole profanity thing indicates that she doesn't know how to control her voice like a lady. Because women generally should and do use more refined language. Studies show generally women have a higher vocabulary than men. So they shouldn't even need to swear in order to communicate effectively. The second one, which I've noticed in Jasleen, which you guys should always watch out for, is not cooking or cleaning.
I don't cook, I don't clean.
Now, this one is very particular. I've noticed with the New York girl boss types, where you'll meet women in the dating circle who will say things like, oh, I'll just hire a housemaid when I'm older. Like, I don't want to cook or clean. And that's just something horrible to brag about. That's like bragging about not cooking and cleaning. It's like a guy bragging that he doesn't know how to change a tire or jumpstart a car or do some sort of basic guy thing. And also, too, because even then, cooking and cleaning is not even a gendered thing. Like, everybody has to cook or clean if you have to. I mean, if you live by yourself, unless you're really rich and can afford not to, you probably have to cook or clean for yourself. So if a woman's going to brag that she doesn't want to do that, that's basically her saying that she's a girl boss and she thinks that sort of woman work is beneath her. If you don't know how to cook in 2025, what's wrong with you, okay? It's not that hard. Like, they have all these YouTube videos out there. Go watch, Binging with Babish. Go watch that Josh Weissman. Go watch Gordon Ramsay. Like, you can find out how to cook pretty easily. Another red flag is she uses the phrase, his money is our money and my money is my money. Again, this is another girl boss thing where a lot of women who are ambitious and want to make a lot of money but still want to marry a rich man. This one's insidious because you have all these women who are girl bosses, but they also want to have preferential treatment in the workplace and be treated above men and get all these DEI advantages in order to get ahead in their careers, and they'll take advantage of those, no problem. But at the same time, they want to disenfranchise men but still marry a man richer than them, so that whatever money they make in their own career, she can keep for herself, but still have a rich man to spoil her. And that's what we see with the Jasleen Akaash situation. Akaash is a very well-off guy. He probably makes $500,000 a year. I don't know, but I'm imagining about that much. And she doesn't work, and she doesn't have to work. And they live this pretty glamorous Manhattan lifestyle in a high-rise with a doorman, elevator, pretty much every woman's dream. But she's going on podcasts saying, his money is our money, my money is my money. That's a very insidious meme that's been infecting women nowadays, modern women. So if you meet someone who says that, avoid her. The fourth one, grad school. This one might be more controversial than the profanity one. But the reason I say grad school is because, one, women shouldn't be going to college anyway. They're wasting their most youthful, fertile years. They can be spent on motherhood instead of writing papers and getting drunk and doing haram things in frat houses.
Haram.
But also because it's another couple years of liberal gay brainwashing that you get from college, and you have more debt as a result. Most of the time, most people that go to grad school usually take on more debt to do it, on top of all the debt you got to take on for your bachelor's, and more debt is just bad. So I'm not saying having debt is bad, but I think when women go to grad school, it's especially insidious. I understand women that want to get their bachelor's degree because it's kind of like the standard now and you're kind of forced to do it. I'd rather they didn't, but I can understand to an extent why they would. But going to grad school, Just no. Jasleen went to grad school. I think she did like something economics or something stupid. I don't know. Let me see. She did a master's in business and economic reporting. That just sounds useless. Yeah, so I would say pretty much any girl that goes to grad school. I mean, there are probably exceptions. I mean, I think there's some good ones, but most graduate programs like MBAs and stuff like that, or any sort of liberal arts master's degree, is pretty much useless. And also, too, the problem with masters is that when most women get master's degrees, they think it elevates their status, and they think that they're entitled to quote unquote higher value man, quote unquote, because they have a master's. Because women often project onto men the things that they find attractive. So that's why you see all these women who are genuinely confused that men aren't attracted to women in high status careers that make a lot of money, because that's what women are attracted to. And conversely, you're starting to see a lot of guys who are confused when women aren't attracted to guys who are looks maxing, up to a certain point, because we often project onto the opposite sex the things that we desire. But we can't do that. That's actually a fallacy. The last thing I want to talk about, and this is the obvious one, any girl who disrespects you publicly in front of other people. That's the crux of what we're seeing with the Akaash Jasleen stuff, is all the mocking of her husband on these podcasts, on her TikTok, and just running her mouth. Recently on Flagrant, which Akaash co-hosts with Andrew Schultz, Jasleen mentioned that a lot of the stuff that she says is because she's a very free spirit and she just has a very flippant way of communicating in general. That's really just a sign of immaturity. Whether she understands that or not, it really doesn't matter. After a certain age, women kind of intuitively understand that, because you just don't talk about a man like that you don't respect. You just wouldn't do it. If she were dating Henry Cavill, you think she'd be doing that? No, because she knows that Henry Cavill would throw her out the window and find some other chick in 5 minutes. So it really is an obvious sign. If she disrespects you, whether she bashes you on social media or makes fun of you in front of your friends or her friends or badmouths you to her girlfriends, yeah, that's a huge red flag. You don't want a woman like that in your life whatsoever. She doesn't respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, she can't love you. So you got to get rid of her ASAP. Don't look back. So yeah, that's the video. I hope that instead of just focusing on this whole internet drama just for the sake of it, that we actually take some time to learn what we can from this and to avoid the mistakes that these guys are making with their women. So I wanted to make this video to help you guys with that. So if you guys have any other red flags that I didn't cover, be sure to leave them in the comments. And again, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, or you're a homosexual.